380. Yeah, we have been dropped off at 302, and I think we are going up there. It's about a 2,200 foot elevation change in a total of 6 miles. I think probably most of that climb is going to be in about 3.5 or 4 miles of trail. Got a little bit of flat here at the beginning, and then up on the ridge line to get to the Mitzpah shelter. The trail sign here says 5.7 miles to the Mitzpah hut and campsite, which is where we're going today. The climb so far is something really rare for New Hampshire. There are switchbacks here. Yep. And here is Prom Queen coming up behind. Is this a Webster Cliff? It is. We was down there. Oh yeah. Right there. Which is Mount Webster? The one behind us here?
I think that's Webster there.
And then we have Jackson.
And these are actually the beginning of the presidential range?
I don't think Webster was a president.
I don't know my presidents.
What you're doing is fun. How's that? Did that make it any better? There's lots of us out here doing this.
Yep, that's it. We're headed to. That's Webster, that's Jackson, and over there is the, I don't know, I'm gonna have to zoom in.
The mighty conqueror.
Done?
Yeah.
Gee, how many spectacular views can one have? We are still going up there.
Is this the part you had to pull?
We was over yonder. We're not sure which is the right side to go. This is the top of Mount Webster, 3,800 something feet. Or of the magnificent view.
Oh, there's the Mount Washington Inn. Is that down there?
Yeah.
It just seems so strange to me for there to be bogs on top of mountains. Oh my God. One of the great things about hiking with other people is that there's always an action shot or something for perspective. And then there's that. I think these mud puddles are at least a foot deep in mud. I didn't touch the bottom with my pole.
Hi.
That's our hut. You trying to fall? I'm just going to try to show you how deep this mud is. And I'm not going to go, well, that seems to, oh, slipped. That's about how deep it is. So what is that? Length of that is, I don't know, about 18 inches. Interesting looking bog. In the sky, Mount Washington again. Cool. Mitzpah hut, 200 feet. That's what I'm talking about. There she goes. It says, Mitzpah Spring Hut, welcome and come in. 1, 6. They're going to squeeze a lot of people in here.
But like, you think of all the fun they had. Let's request another bowl of bread.
So dinner's over and I brushed my teeth. It's 7:30 and I'm ready to go to bed. Not a hard day today, 6 miles, but it was a lot of climbing, really sweaty. So my muscles are sore, but still had some time to lay around here, read a AMC magazine from 1946, some interesting stories in there. There's a couple of groups of school children here, I guess, from Maryland. And so that's interesting watching all these young people run around. Guess that's time to sign out. The morning of day 81. Leaving Mitzvah Springs Hut at just a little before 8 o'clock. We've got about 6 miles to the summit of Mount Washington, and as you can see, it is going to be a sunny day. Gonna feel kind of brutal out there on the trail, I'm afraid. And of course, we're hiking up. So that hut slept, I don't know how many, about probably 50 people, and was staffed by 6 young folks who did the cooking and everything, and suppose the cleaning after we're gone. Everything was served family style. I think this is going to be the hut experience we're going to have for the next few days as we sort of platinum blaze through the presidential range. There was cold water, running water, and it's off-grid. Everything was run by propane, and they had some solar, just enough to power the LED lighting that was in various locations around the hut. Slept okay. There were 8 people in our little room. Everybody had their own little bunk. That was the hut experience. Closer to Mount Washington by about 45 minutes. This is the summit of some mountain, probably named after a president. Coming down off that last peak, walking to the next one. I guess to my left is Mount Eisenhower, and we don't actually have to go over the very tip top of that apparently, but we come pretty close to it. Eisenhower and Mount Washington still in the distance. And this peak on my left is Mount Monroe. Also, we do not have to go over the top of that one. There is a trail that goes up there, but I am not peak bagging. It is a blue blaze, and I need all of the time I have just to do the white blazes. There's my friends over there, hiking around Mount Monroe. Getting closer, but we're going to take a little break here at the Lakes of the Cloud Hut, see if they have any water and maybe some free stuff or a pastry I might even pay for. So I had some leftover eggs from Lakes of the Cloud, and behind me is one of the lakes in the clouds. I got a text from Shoelace, and he is up there on top of Washington right now. He got there at 11:30. He said it's right now about 11. 50, and we are going to meet him, and he's going to give us a ride off the mountain and into town to get some resupply. We're going to stay at a lodge, and he's going to drive us back up there tomorrow to keep hiking. Another lake in the clouds. This is the trail. It's all rocks, loose rocks, a lot of them. About a mile to go. And in fact, Shoelace is sitting somewhere up there. Where is he? That's him right there.
Did you see me pointing to you?
I did.
Way down there?
How you doing, my old friend?
Doing good.
Awesome.
No blood came out yet. Look who's here.
How's it going? Nice to see you all.
Yeah.
Seems what the weather's going to be tomorrow.